Hello everyone, this is grade 6, module 2, lesson 2, problem set. We have to rewrite each problem as a multiplication question, and then we're going to model our answer. So we'll take a look first at 1. We'll probably do 1, 2, 4, and 5, kind of jump around a little bit. 1 says, Nicole used 3/8 of her ribbon to wrap a present. If she used 6 feet of ribbon for the present, how much ribbon did Nicole have at first? So what we're saying is that this 3/8 is 6 feet. So it's really 6 divided by 3/8 because we want to find the whole amount here, 8/8. So to model this one out, I'm going to draw a tape. Whoops, let me get my marker here. And I'm going to break it into 3/8. So I need to go to 8s. So there's 8s, and now I'm going to shade for the fun of it and say that 3/8, that piece right there, is worth 6 feet. Because it said she used 3/8 of her ribbon if she used 6 feet. Now what I can do is figure out how much goes inside of each of those boxes. So if 3 boxes is worth 6, I know that each one is going to be worth 2. Because 2 plus 2 plus 2 gets me 6. So if I know this box is 6, all the rest of them. Or if this box is 2, all the rest of them are going to be 2. So how much did she have at the start? That's this whole amount. We had 8 boxes times the 2 feet in each box to get us our 16 feet. So there's my multiplication problem, and there's my model. So depending on how you did it during class, you might have something a little different for that, rewriting each problem as a multiplication question. That's kind of how I'm going to show it. For number 2, I'll do something a little bit different. Similar, but the style of question kind of lends to this. 2 says, a Boy Scout has 3 meters of rope. He cuts the rope into cords 3/5 meters long. How many cords will he make? And I know immediately that I'm taking that 3-meter rope and I'm dividing it into 3/5 meters. I'm trying to see how many of those 3/5 meters I can pull out of 3 meters. So there's a couple different ways I can do this, and obviously I'm going to do my model, and then I'm going to talk in terms of unit form. So the first thing I want to do is draw. I'm going to show my 3 here. So I have 3 holes. That's my 3. And now I need to break each of those 1 holes into fifths, and I'll start circling 3 at a time. So I'm going to break these into fifths. So I have fifths for each hole because that's my piece. And remember, when we're talking about fractions, we're talking about a fraction of a whole. So the whole amount here is we have 3 1 holes. So I'm breaking those into fifths, and now I'm going to circle every 3. So 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can make 5. Now that model looks a little bit different than the one we just did because it's a different style of question. But we could have done it very similar to it. So the last part that I want to do now is show this in unit form. So I have 3 divided by 3/5. Well, I know that I can rewrite this as 3 divided by 3/5. And if I want to divide, then I have to make sure that they both have the same unit. And I see fifths here, and this is 3 whole. So I need to take this 3 whole and make it out of fifths. And we know back from module 1, these are ratios. So a 3 to 1 ratio, I need to make it out of 5. So I know that I multiply by a 5 over 5, which is a 1 whole, and I can get 15 fifths. So now I really have 15 fifths divided by 3 fifths. And now I can divide those out. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So that's a way to do it in unit form. You have to make sure that you have the same units. So fraction, and if you look at it, fractions with a common denominator. So I would start with 3 over 1, and then I would get them to common denominators of fifths, and the fifths would cancel out, and that's why I can just do 15 divided by 3. So that's the second way to look at it. Let's take a look at 4. So I'm going to bring 4 down below here to do the work. Hunter spent 2/3 of his money on a video game before spending half of his remaining money on lunch. If his lunch cost $10, how much money did he have at first? So what I first want to do is draw the whole amount, and I know he spent 2/3 of his money on a video game. And now we're going to zoom in a little bit so we can take a look at that other part. And it says he spent half of his remaining on lunch. So out of this amount, we have to break it into half. And that piece right there was on lunch. And it says, if his lunch cost $10, and I'll put that as $10, how much money did he have at first? So I broke this 1/3 piece in half, so I got to break the other ones in half. And now I see that I have 1/6. So 10 is 1/6 of the whole amount. So if I take 10 and divide it by 1/6, I'm going to find out my whole amount, because 10 is 1/6 is the same as 10 divided by 1/6. Because 10 is 1/6 of something else. So when I do this, I could go through here and just say, that's $10, so that's got to be 10. That's 10. That's 10. Because they're all equal to the same amount. That's a good way to check it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that's how much I should get. And now I can go back to my old method here of units. So this is 10 divided by 1/6. So 10 divided by 1/6. Well, I know that when I do this, I have to have common units. And right now, I have 10 over 1 divided by 1/6. Well, I need to have a common unit down here, or a common denominator. So I'm going to turn this 10 over 1 into something into sixth. And I know with equivalent ratios from module 1, I know 1 times 6 will get me that. So I'll do 1 times 6, and I know I have to do 10 times 6 because it's really 6 over 6. 10 times 6 is 60. So my new problem is 66, and I'm writing it in unit form so I can show my units, divided by 1/6. The units cancel out. 60 divided by 1 equals 60. And we'll see that it matches right over here with the tape. So that's doing it with unit form. So that was 4. Let's take a look at 5. I'm going to zoom out quick, and it says, students were surveyed about their favorite colors. 1/4 of the students preferred red, 1/8 of the students preferred blue, and 3/5 of the remaining students preferred green. If 15 students preferred green, how many students were surveyed? So the first thing I want to do is come down here to a blank spot, so I got some place to draw. And initially it said 1/4. So I'm going to draw a big tape because I'm going to get some numbers drawn in here. So 1/4 of the students preferred red. That works out good. 1/8 of the students preferred blue. Well, in order to do that, I got to break this into eighths. I know that if I take fourths and I break them into half, I now have eighths. So red is now 2/8 or 1/4. So I'm going to go to the next one. That's blue. And the last statement that is said in there is 3/5 of the remaining students preferred green. Well, I'm going to take a look at what's remaining. And I see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 of those wanted green. And it actually gives me a value for that, because it says if 15 students preferred green. So they're telling me that those 3 are 15. Now I need to figure out how many total students were surveyed. Well, I can easily do this with the tape diagram right now. I know that 3 of these boxes, 1, 2, 3, equal 15. I can now figure out what goes in each of those boxes. So I have 15 in 3 boxes. I know 15 divided by 3 is 5. So I'm actually going to have 5 in each of these boxes for the green. If I know that each box is 5, then I can fill the rest in, because all these boxes are worth the same. And there's 8 boxes with 5 in each to get me 40 people surveyed. Now, showing it the other way, I know that 15 is equivalent, so it is 3/8, because we have it right here, 1, 2, 3 out of the 8 total, is 3/8 of what? We need to figure that out. We need to figure out 15 is 3/8 of what? So we're looking for the whole amount. So that means, and I'll bring this down because I'm running out of space, it means 15 divided by 3/8 will get me the correct answer. So I could say that I know 15 is 3 units, and if I divide that, each unit is worth 5, like I did up above. And then multiply 5 times 8. Or if I really wanted to, I could divide this out using what I know about ratios. And again, to divide this, I'm going to go to unit form. And I know that I have to have eighths. So I got to turn this 15 into eighths. And I know with equivalent ratios, 1 to 8 is, I'm going to multiply it by an 8 over 8. Because again, I have to have a 1 whole because I'm not changing the value. So when I multiply that, I get 128. So 128 divided by 3/8. My 8's cancel off, and I'm left with 120 divided by 3. And that's going to get me 40. So another way to do it with unit form, also with our drawing up above, also finding each individual unit, what each unit equals to find out the whole. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and good luck on the rest of your problem set.